now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities, and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another incredible episode of Vigilantes Radio live right here on iHeartRadio. And I am your host, Deanie. We have a very special guest for you guys, so you definitely want to stick around for that. And as a matter of fact, text your buddies, family members, or even share it on social media right now and let them know that we are about to dive deep into another interview. Before I bring my guest on, I do want to say there are positive possibilities. You are truly wealthy, and what makes you so is not anything that anyone could ever take from you. The real richness in your life has nothing to do with financial assets or material property. The real richness in your life is your life. That real wealth exists in your ability to sense, to experience, to know, to care, to love, to decide, understand, and act. For the living of your life opens up a whole world of wonderful possibilities. And who is the most successful, accomplished person that you can think of? The truly important factors that have led to that person's success are also yours to use. What you have already is more than enough. For what you have already is the ability to live your life. Every choice matters, and everything anyone has ever accomplished has come from exactly the kinds of positive possibilities that you also have. So live those possibilities fully and see how your life is filled with richness. My name is Coach Deanie, and change is possible. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Well, let's go. All right. Again, welcome to the show. You're listening to VRL. That's Vigilantes Radio live right here on iHeartRadio. And I am your host, Deanie. Our interviews are designed to go beyond music, news, books, art, acting, films, technology, education, entrepreneurship, entertainment, spirituality, and sometimes even past that thing that we call the ego. Our interviews are designed to go behind the scenes and into the minds of these incredible human beings. The ones who are out there giving it their all for me, for you, and for the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guest is living proof that rebirth isn't just spiritual, it's sonic. From his beginnings rapping in Hebrew to now crafting layered poetic English bars, this artist is a lyrical time traveler, fusing philosophy, vulnerability, and Renaissance thought in every verse. His latest track, August 2008, is a powerful memoir in motion, setting the stage for his upcoming concept album, Rapaissance. He's on a mission to awaken the culture and change the norm with his sound. So please join me in saying welcome, friend, to Vortex Flow. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up? What's cracking? How's it going?
It's going good, man. How's it going with you?
Just another day in a life.
For sure.
Of a rapper, of, a poet, of a writer. You can name it whatever you like.
Yeah. All right, man. So, before we really get into things, man, what's been on your heart and mind lately? Especially with the upcoming release of Rapaissance.
Yeah, man, I've been working so hard about Rapaissance, and actually, I started recording it somewhere in late 2000 to 2020. Like that means that like nearly like 4.5 years of on and off work. But in the past year, I've been working very intense on this album and pretty much recording track after track after track after track. And yeah, I'm about to finish it. I got just one song, one track to record, and the whole 16 tracks are ready to go in one album. And I can't say I'm not excited because I am. So you know.
Nice. What are you most excited about?
I'm excited about the versatility of the album, like so much diverse in that album. Like each song is a different thing. It's mixed. It's hip hop, hardcore hip hop. When I mean hardcore, it's like true to your face. It's like whatever it's rude and has some sexual or violence, not in a negative way, but kind of like that, like what hip hop is about is like metaphorically speaking, But don't get me wrong, my music is not here to influence, people, adults and younger people, for the worse. It's only gonna influence them for the better. So, I'm just people, when they hear me rap, they know it's a metaphor. They know I'm here to represent art. I know to make art, to just talk about the topics that I want within art, with audacity, with whatever, I got in the box, and it's pretty much it, I'm thinking out of the box. I'm very creative about that. And yeah, it's combined with so many genres. And yeah, one song is even combined with chill out music, and chill out, hasn't been like, it's pretty much died back in the 90s. And to have the ability to create hip hop and chill out, it's very like exciting for me in particular,
Yeah, yeah. So the single is titled August 2008.
Mm-hmm.
If your life was like an episode, series on Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
what would we see about you around this time?
Man, you would see my whole life going in an ascent and a descent. It's like going up and downs. It's like from the moment, like pretty much episodes is like, each episode is a different part of my life, where I like in the August 2008 song, I talk about the incidents that prior to August 2008, which I wasn't sure that I'm going to be a rapper, that I was just a thought in my head. But in August 2008, I just realized, boom, that's it. And the incidents that, occurred after, August 2008 is like, hey, man, everything is like, it's just who I am, who I be. And, it's just, I was fully sure, fully confident, unlike before August 2008. And if my life would be a show on Netflix, you'll see, different part of, of my character, of my personality. It's like, you gotta just dig deeper than music in order to see what's behind Daniel Belkin, which is my real name, and Vortex Flow, which is my, stage name. Basically, like, analyze my whole personality, what I do, what I don't do,
Mm-hmm. Did this time period change you?
Yeah, in some parts, but, I am who I am since the beginning. I stayed true to myself and loyal to myself, and I mean, I am who I am, but in some parts, yeah, I mean, my mindset got changed a little bit in different aspects of life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Man, you mentioned before that rap is telling your truth. What does that truth look like for you right now?
Well, as I know, in my song Rapaissance, which is the theme song of the album, which the album is named after, I talk in Rapaissance about in the third verse. I don't know if you've listened to the Rapaissance song, not the album, but the song. It's like, of course, not the album because it hasn't been out yet, but the Rapaissance single, it was like my third single. So in the third verse, I'm rapping about that. I rap about humanity, like mistakes that we make. I make, personally, specifically. I rap about happiness, like almost happy. It's one of my songs. I rap about like relationships in like odd relationships. I'm not the kind of artist that just writes every love song. I don't have any love songs in my album. It's just one song. It's not really a love song. It's called my female version, but I had this radio interview before, which I've talked about this specific single, and he talks about the female, which she's just like me, because usually just couples, people attract to the opposites, to the thing, they're just exact opposites from them. But she was like my female version in behavior and in attitude and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like an odd relationship, which I wanted to share, wanted to write about, and record and rap about. And I rap about fake pictures as well. I mean, one of my songs is gonna be in the album, which hasn't been out yet, but it's gonna be released with the whole album. It's called A Picture Full of Crap. Talks about the old school pictures, which were real, and the pictures right now full of filters, full of fake girls and stuff like that, and other fake things, which in this generation, in this modern days, and yeah, I rap about also me being a rapper coming from the middle class, because some rappers, they came from poverty. I mean, a lot of rappers came from poverty and streets and stuff like that. Not me. I mean, my hometown where I used to live, it was my house, where I used to grow up. Where I grew up, it was exactly located between the hood and the city. Basically, it belonged to the city, which is the middle class, not the the more poor people. But it's basically middle class. But I was like, I can watch, the slums, the hood from my balcony. So it was like kind of like in between. I'm rapping about being a middle class rapper, not coming from a rich ass parents and not coming from like poverty and stuff like that,
Yeah.
But that's it basically, and that's the truth that I rap about. I also rap about, and here is some spoiler. I rap about drugs and violence, not in a way that you probably get the impression out of it, not to encourage violence or drugs, although violence is out there, you can ignore it. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm talking about like in a kind of like humoristic way, metaphorically way, punchlines kind of way, if you feel me, like in the kind of stuff, and kind of like to for entertainment purpose. Because when I rap about like stuff like that, I just rap about, like, for example, I give you an example. One song is called Weed Inside the Bush. Now, the title might seem a little funny, but the thing is that I compare women to drugs. Like, for example, like women can be like, like drugs. For example, some women are nosy, like cocaine, or, like some women like stuck in your vein, like heroin, or, make you, give you hallucinations and make you see sharp, like ecstasy, or like shrooms or stuff like that. Basically, that's the metaphor. People pretty much clever enough to understand that it's not encouraging drugs, but just give the metaphor as an aspect of life. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah. Metaphorically.
And yeah, and there is like another song called Psychotic Episode, which like, I'm like, basically it's an egocentric song. It's like, basically I talk about my skills as a rapper, but like, and I'm pretty much metaphorically comparing like rapping skills to like psychotic episodes. Like for example, my lyrics cut deep like a Japanese blade. Like psychotic episode. Like for example, like like stuff like that. So just people can make the comparison metaphorically.
Sure.
But again, it's for entertainment purpose and pretty much. But yeah, like as an artist, you gotta have the diversity between the truth and the art, the entertainment which you want to perform.
Definitely, man. You're keeping it pure to the art. Where did this love of this side of hip hop come from?
To be honest with you, man, that's a tough one, but well, I was born in 1992, so I was just born into that culture, and basically one of my songs, I'm revealing one more song again, it's called like Pegasus 92, which I'm talking about growing up into the hip-hop culture when it was in this right era, But I grew up in a generation which is like, the hardcore hip hop with the dope beats and just the hard bass and, and the hard synthesizer got me so thrilled as a kid, but as I grew up, as I was growing up, I just heard more and more rappers spitting truth. And I'm saying, you know what? I just falling in love in hip hop more and more deeply because you can't just in song that you're singing, you can speak about everything like hip hop, because hip hop is like spitting everything out,
Yeah.
And that's what got me like, got me so into it. It's so freaking unique,
Mm-hmm. I know. So, man, with the Renaissance came a revolution. Your album's called Rapaissance. Are you sparking a revolution? Are you a revolutionary?
Well, in the melodies, in the music, in each track, people will understand the what I'm talking about. It's like so revolutionary, like the mixing of so many genres, the just creating hip hop from pretty much scratch, because to be honest with you, unfortunately, I feel like hip hop kind of got lost within the last few years,
Oh yeah. Let's take it back 15 years.
Yeah, like I said, I just, sometimes I just wish I would have born 20 years before, but, it is what it is, right?
I think everything has its time and place.
Yeah, but, I just, I feel like, I was a child at the time of the golden era. And what I'm saying, if I would be 20 years older, I would be pretty much adult in the golden era. You feel me?
Yeah. All right, guys, let's jump into August 2008, and then we'll be right back with more Vortex Flow. Stay tuned.
It was October 2005, the first time that I tried to write a song and couldn't come with a rhyme. I watched a freestyle video of two rappers on stage. I rewrote the words, was in a lyrical cage. And in December 2005, in one night, had a panic attack, but my mind was so bright. Lyrics came to my head like credits on screen. Line after line like an ending movie scene. My first time in the studio, Feb 2006. I didn't really know what the tricks behind the mix. And the next day I woke up as a different guy. A strange feeling of achievement, I was touching the sky. June 2006, my first show in front of school. My friends were making fun of me for trying to be cool. They joked about stupid lyrics of a teenager at the bottom of a league, dream of making it major. Gonna fight the storm, not gonna stop at the bay. That's between backing up and going all the way, cause in July 2006 was on my table a response letter from a big record label. But it goes straight to August 2008. I had flashbacks and visions of the fate to create. Throughout my failure, my success, my rises and falls. I watch videos on MTV and plan out my goals. Between looking way far and finding who you are, the calendar blows like wind on a cigar. The papers disappear like leaves and the words stay like earth and sky that has just turned gray. June 2015, the release of my first single. I felt excitement, somehow a bit of a tingle. My head was in the clouds but my feet were on the ground. I wonder what are the responses of my master vocal sound. In November that year, my first video I shot. It was fun sitting down and creating the plot. In the shoot I was arguing with the cameraman. I got a good result, I guess it was just part of the plan. The director had no experience but he was creative, had good ideas but in music he was a native. His videos mostly a promotional campaign. His resume, I guess life not simple as a plane. They made an article about me late 2016. A good producer and PR, I figured this is how you win. July 2018, I was performing at some place. One girl was so lit, she felt like outer space. October 22, interviewed radio station. I was live and stressed but handled this situation. A month later in November, number 4th on the chart. Going step by step to the top, doing it smart. But it goes straight to August 2008. I had flashbacks and visions of the fate to create. Throughout my failure, my success, my rises and falls. I watch videos on MTV and plan out my goals. Between looking way far and finding who you are, the calendar blows like wind on a cigar. The papers disappear like leaves and the words stay like earth and sky that has just turned gray.
All right. Welcome back again. That was August 2008 by Vortex Flow. Definitely a storyteller at heart. It sounded like the birth of Vortex Flow in the first verse. Like getting those lyrics was divine. Like he was becoming Vortex Flow in this moment. So let's find out. Okay. Welcome back. Yeah, man. Going into that first verse, it sounded like you were becoming Vortex Flow in that moment. After watching the music videos.
Yeah. I mean, in the first verse, I was just doing my very first steps, like first time in the recording studio, first time I actually wrote a song, how I tried watching a freestyle video of 2 rappers on stage and couldn't do it, and, perform in front of my school, and, it was, kind of like, awkward moment, but then I just realized it's who I am. Then I just got my shit together, and just in the second verse I just I see articles and music video and and pretty much charts and trying to get make the most of what I got. What I can get, you understand?
Yeah. You began to study deeper as well. What kind of examples did you have?
Oh, you mean, you mean like some other rappers I got, influenced by. Well, basically the West Coast rappers like, Snoop Dogg, The Game, Corrupt, Dub C, Des Dillinger, Dog Pound, East Siders, all this stuff kind of got me. Some East Coast rappers too, but mostly the West Coast,
Yeah. Got it. All right. So, man, looking ahead, what's next after Rapaissance?
I want to add something. That's just in hip hop. In rock, I mean REM.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, REM was, I would say my favorite band. Not one of my favorite, the actual my favorite. And it's very good classic rock. And yeah, like chill out, I would say some, back in the 90s, chill out bands like Enigma or, Zero 07, or I would say, Zero 07, Enigma, basically, mostly. And that's it pretty much. Yeah.
I like the array of different inspirations. It's not just hip hop, but there's rock elements in your music. I mean, your instrumentation is wild itself. You have flute, piano, rock guitar, Middle Eastern melodies, all layered in. So I should have known there was more to the pie. So let's talk about your roots in Israel. What's something people?
Sorry for stopping you, but that's just the singles that you heard so far.
Oh man,
but you heard Rapaissance, right?
No, I have not.
Okay, in that you got some pretty good, violin. It's like classical violin, which is not classical, but I would say like very historical violin, which is very good. And yeah, you haven't heard nothing because when the whole album comes out and it's going to be released, then you're going to hear the real instrumentations of the whole album. So that's going to be the whole package, Yeah, it's an experience of a lot of years, and yeah, eventually and essentially, it's going to be a real, a lot of instrumentations involved. So, I can't reveal that much. I revealed enough so far, but
right on.
Yeah, but yeah, it's and of course I'm I'm making like a concert. It's gonna be like a performance, like a launch performance from the album. And yeah, once the album is dropped, then I'll start to work on that.
Yep.
And right, you asked me something about my roots in Israel, something, right?
Yeah. Let's talk about your roots in Israel. What's something that people misunderstand about Israeli hip hop, or is it all the same? Hip hop is just hip hop.
The hip hop in Israel is very they put it to the side. It's not really like a main big thing. Because in Israel, it's very, the Middle East is very conservative region, very conservative place. So if you talk, any sort of shit like swearing or about sexual stuff or violent stuff or some obscene words or stuff like that, you're going to be disqualified on the place, on the spot. And it's pretty much it, and yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's I feel like Hebrew and English both, I control both languages like a pro pretty much, I guess, both languages, but when you rap, in Hebrew, it's not really a big thing because, it's not really so much acceptable over there, that it is, but it's not really a big thing, to be quite honest.
Got you. All right. Where can our listeners connect with you on the internet?
Oh, they can find me everywhere, YouTube Official, YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Pandora, Deezer, Amazon Music, Apple Music, iTunes, as I said, everywhere, Facebook, Instagram. You just type the words in and spread the word out, Vortex Flow, VORTEX FLO, that's it.
All right. Listeners, just in case you didn't get those links, no worries. I will have them in the description of this episode and in the show notes. So all you guys have to do is just click those links, and just like that, we have man, we were building the message, and layers of truth behind Vortex Flow Renaissance from August 2008 to the forthcoming Rapaissance. To our listeners, make sure you follow Vortex Flow on all platforms, stream his latest singles, and support the drop of Rapaissance. Don't forget to subscribe to Vigilantes Radio, leave a rating, and share the show with a fellow music lover, or if you're just vibing with our work. Until next time, keep the frequency high and the bars higher. Thank you so much.
Peace to all. My name is Deanie, and I am the host of Vigilantes Radio Live. I think that we are beyond just asking cool questions and getting cool responses. I think that we are here as creatives to provide an example that you can do things different outside of expectations, because some of us simply were not born into the club, but there is perhaps a door, window, or back gate that we can leave a clue for you to get into. Life is short, but there are plenty of moments to try and get it right. Pursuing your dreams and learning from mistakes may be tough, but regret is tougher. To book your interview, email us at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. That's a V as in victorious. Or visit onlyonemediagroup.com. I'm counting on you. Heaven, we all are counting on you to step into your purpose and your passion. You are listening to Vigilantes Radio Live on iHeartRadio, providing you with an opportunity to dive deeper.
The papers disappear like leaves and the words stay like earth and sky that has just turned gray. June 2015, the release of my first single.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com.